Alright. Pretty effing excited about this one. This is the Sybil. And it is a fuzz pedal. It is a magical fuzz pedal. It reminds me a lot of the Hoof Reaper by Earthquaker Devices. These dudes. It has fairly well influenced my style of playing as I have continued to explore it. So, let's give it a run through. It's gonna be fun. Alright. So, as usual, we're running the ROCKERVERB 50 on full, attenuator mostly up because, you know, it gets loud. iPhone 7 Plus speakers, we're on the clean channel to start, and then we're going to throw it into the dirty channel too and see what happens. There's this really cool parallel series switch in the middle here, where you can run the germanium side and the silicon side together or separately, which, you know, is a little sciencey and whatnot, but not really a big deal to explain. You'll just hear the difference. So, like I said, clean channel, Telecaster. Just a little bit of reverb on there. This is the Retroman, and I'm gonna start everything at noon and then just go freaking crazy. We're gonna start a parallel because series is the cooler one, but I want to get it all, so let's go. Let's explore new worlds. Very, very, very classic. I'm a fan of Germanium, so I'm gonna just dime the Germanium because it's just what you do. So we went from more of a old-timey overdrive sound to now like almost like a Clapton-y or like a really funky, you know. Is that tone all the way up? I believe it. Nope, almost. So it's like really dime everything. That was all pushed up like maybe 9. Now remember, this is still running in parallel with the silicon, so I could turn the silicon down, although I can't turn the tone down all the way because that does some weird thing that I have no idea about, where it like shuts off the pedal and you have to turn it back on and it's a whole big mess. So we're not going to do that, but we're just going to, you know, decrease everything on the silicon side and kind of show you what it does when the germanium is dimed. Heavy, heavy gate. Let's hear that on the dirty channel of the amp. Let's see the reverse, still on the dirty channel. Germanium up, silicon down. Excuse me, rather, germanium down, silicon up. you know, function of the silicon after the germanium in parallel, just gives it a weird sort of, I don't know, differentiated tone from most fuzzes you hear. Kind of like the Rainer effects. I think that's how you pronounce it. A guy named David out of England, I think, makes really good effects. Let's just try a couple of those things on the clean channel, because we're still going to run in parallel for a second, and then we'll go to the fun stuff in series. So let's switch to the clean channel, and by the way, all that buzz is in the dirty channel. Alright. Clean. Let's try that. So germanium, everything dimed. Silicon, everything dimed. Let's just go for it. They almost cancel each other out. Let's turn the volume off the silicon. Turn the tone down on the silicon. Now we're in the 90s. Getting some weird breakup-y artifacty stuff. Alright, so let's uncrank the germanium. 12 o'clock it. Silicon up. Let's just turn the fuzz all the way up on the germanium. Turn the tone up to like 2 o'clock-ish. We're going to turn the tone all the way up on the silicon. We're going to turn the volume and fuzz. And here we go. Turn that tone down. Turn the fuzz down here. Artifacty stuff, pretty standard fuzz sounds, but in between the parallel of the silicon and germanium, some interesting things happen, especially when you're driving a tube amp, or a tube amp simulator, or a pedal like a Big Muff style, or any sort of thing that is going to be a distortion pedal. It'll just hit it really hard, or you could kind of harness it in with the distortion. But let's play with the series, because the series is the dope stuff. So I'm gonna put everything back at noon, and it's on clean. So let's hit it. Right? Some old school style, like. Alright, now here's where it gets fun, when you start, doing what you have to do with fuzzes, and that's turn them up real loud. So, germanium first. Alright, now let's put the silicon all the way up. This is where it gets really fun. And this is why it reminds me of a Hoof Reaper. Remember, this is still on the clean channel. Okay, just for a second, I'm gonna put this on the dirty channel, and it's gonna rock the world. I gotta turn down a little bit too. This is gonna be crazy. Okay, so it has this thing where it like dies out on you after a certain like drop in the level of your frequency. So just this cool shit like that. But the real charm is in the like forced harmonic thing. Let's have some fun. I'm gonna just turn some knobs. It's pretty already self-explanatory what to do. Let's go crazy. Much more fun when you use them together. So it's pretty clear that the Germanium does the die out and the artifacty thing, and it's pretty clear that the silicon does the gatey sort of out of phase thing. So let's just play with the silicon over the Germanium cranked, and then, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Let's try it. And remember, we're still on the dirty channel. We already kind of went through the clean channel. It's not, you know. We can do a little bit, actually. I'll do a little bit more on clean. The dirty first! Time, clean channel. So some pretty cool gated fuzzy stuff. The fuzz tone, the way the fuzz tones interact is like really cool. that subtle like octave thing behind it. So this is the clean channel. That's been the Sybil. I've been Ed. This is my floor. Hope you enjoyed.